you meet and train under Dr. Myerson? How did you get that opportunity?
So this is kind of a neat story as well. So in roughly 2000, I was in the very early beginnings of my residency program, and he had just published what is now, in my opinion, the Bible of reconstructive foot and ankle surgery. And I read it. It was a big 2-volume set, and it took me about 6 months to read it, but I read it, and then I read it again, and I was just completely awestruck with how much knowledge he had. Huge fan. You know, at that point in time, you know, you could have told me you can either meet Dr. Myerson or you can meet the President of the United States. It would have taken me a nanosecond. I would have picked Dr. Myerson.
Right.
So I don't know what was the best me to do it, but I sent, and his textbook, by the way, the two of them together probably cost about $400 or $500. And you know, you have no money when you're a resident, but
sure.
I bought them. You had to have them. I sent them to Mercy Medical Center in Baltimore, addressed to him with a letter in the package, stating, "Hi, Dr. Myerson, I'm a big fan of yours. I would be honored if you'd sign my textbooks for me." And I sent them off, and I said to myself, "What did you do? You just blew $500. You're never going to see those things again."
Sure.
And sure enough, about 10 days later, I got a package delivered to my door, and it was the textbooks. And Dr. Myerson had written just a beautiful thing in the on the front cover of on the front, first page of the book. And fast forward a couple years later, I graduated my residency program, and I got the opportunity to go. I got an invitation to go see him lecture at Hershey Medical Center. And I must add that in between him sending the book back to me and this event that I'm telling you about, somehow I found his email somewhere. And I made it a habit of emailing him probably once every 4 to 6 weeks or so, asking him a question that sometimes was genuine, sometimes I knew the answer to, but I just wanted
to keep the line open.
Yeah, it was like a star. I got in contact with a star, and I didn't want to lose it, so I would send him an email every month or so. And as busy as he is, he has a handful or two of residents and fellows and international visitors all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, when you watch TV and you want to see one of these doctor shows, and there's a doctor in the front and there's 20 people walking behind him. I mean, that's him. But when I would email him, I mean, sometimes within 10 minutes, 20 minutes, certainly within the day, he'd respond to me.